Okay, AZ, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. I think I beat everybody in. I waited to the last minute, figuring that, Justin had a late night and everybody was late nighting it. And hey, Trevor. Okay, AZ, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. Okay, still setting up here, guys. Hang tight. This old guy just isn't as nimble as he once was. Okay, so I can't hear if I'm speaking to you. Can anybody hear me or? I got this going, the Zoom going, but I don't know why I can't hear myself. Let me see. Testing 1, 2. I tell you what. It's all a bunch of crap. We can hear, you can hear me, but I can't hear myself talk on here. So I don't know. Is what it is. And until somebody else comes on the panel, I don't know whether it's just because I have the other muted or change your output. But I guess I can't discern whether or not until somebody else comes on and they come in and talk. So we'll just have to leave it as it is until that point. So how's everybody doing today? It's been raining on and off. It's kind of nasty out, and I can't figure out the weather. You know, the weather people, bunch of damn liars, said that it was supposed to be partly cloudy, nice day today. Well, I just came back from doing a ship and it was raining, a light misting, cloudy, overcast. As you can see, there's the weather here. But according to the weather people, oh, it's going to be a nice day. Up yours, weather people. Hey JD, how you doing? The Mia's in. Okay, if you're gonna come in, I'm gonna go close the door. Be right back. Yeah. So if there's anybody that would like to join the panel, you're more than welcome. Just click on that up on the top. You can either come in with your voice or just with voice and video. Because I know a lot of people say, well, I don't have a camera. Well, you don't need the camera if you're just coming on with voice. Yeah, Trevor, I don't know if Paul's gonna arrive or not. He probably still hanging on his honey bear there. I don't know. Good morning, Mark White. How you doing? AZ is here, of course. Trevor's here. JD is here. Russell's here. So yeah, I went and got a ship this morning. It just came back. Um, I got the Herbert C. Jackson, which is a Interlake Steamship Company ship. Better write that down before I forget. Today is the 10th. Yep. So, how's everybody doing? Doing good, I hope. Let me go over here and look at something real quick. This just happened a few days ago at our favorite teeny martini bar. And it was at 1:04 a.m. I'm guessing on the 31st of August. There's all the people upstairs coming down. He must have got a fire call. Must have been a false alarm. Zipping through here. Yep. Stop share. Okay. Yep, that's right, AZ. The most important people are here. I'm turning into a zombie. Yeah, I know. That's what happens when you get old age. Problem, what you're gonna run into, JD, is the older you get, time shrinks on your calendar in your head, and try to get all the things done that you think that you should have or would have or could have. It gets less and less. So. Yeah, you never know, JD. But it is Sunday morning. Weather's kind of yucky here, so a lot of people may be sleeping in. Or Andrew, hey, how you doing? Okay, I just subscribed to you, Andrew. Let's see. I clicked the wrong button. That's all right. We'll get it back figured out. Live chat. So. No, I went out and did a ship this morning. In fact, if you're interested, I'll show you what I did this morning, and we'll just zip through it. Not okay. Picture. This is going to be the Herbert C. Jackson.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
We're hanging in here. This is the ship I just came back from doing. The Herbert C. Jackson. As you can see, the weather isn't all that cooperative. But yet the damn weather people say, oh, it's going to be sunny and nice. It's going to be a nice day. Yeah. In your mind.
Yeah, we just had a heck of a rainstorm and now it's crystal clear.
Well, at least you got some clear. This kind of smutsy weather we've had going on for days now. and you don't know how much of it is Canadian fire smog.
Right. Oh, boy, I took on a project this morning. It's it's gonna be a little more than I thought. I can never do anything simple, seems like. Oh, I'm rearranging my office so I can put that bear. I think that's where I want to put the bear. I was thinking about putting them out here, but Ralph said you don't want them near a window that's going to get sun because it'll fade. So I completely moved my desk, and then thinking that another table could fit along this wall and it's not going to fit. So now I had to tear the table apart. I got to get woodworking tools out and cut the table by 6 inches. Yeah, it's just going to turn into
Nothing simple.
No. Well, I really don't have anything else to do today. Hey, Mark Andrew, JD. Yesterday's Triple X show must have scared everyone. Oh, was that the naked not parasailing, hang gliding?
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Make naked parachuting.
Or parachuting, yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done yet, is jumped out of a perfectly good plane for no reason.
Well, there's a lot of people who believe that that's crazy to do, so.
Yeah.
Paul Hodges used to parachute all the time. In fact,
Really?
He was an instructor.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That's why,
So
he loves to go and look at the track airplanes and stuff, From drones to airplanes to
real estate signs.
real estate signs and model railroad.
Yeah, that's right. He's got his railroad too.
Now he's got his little squeeze bunny.
Yeah, that can cost you money too.
Yeah.
Well, they say if it has tits, tires, or if it floats, it's going to cost you money or problems. So they say rent it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So you're off now till when?
Wednesday. I'm not off orientation yet, I don't think. But they put a sick call out this morning.
What you should do is get a clarification and find out if you qualify for answering sick call.
Yeah, I don't think so yet.
Because that pays you extra money,
Big bucks.
Rather than sit around there and fret about cutting 6 inches off a tabletop,
That's true. That'd be true.
And if they say no, you don't really qualify for it. Well, there's something to keep in mind if you get in a bind. And I would might be interested in it. So.
Yeah.
Because I know that, sometimes when somebody calls in sick and they start trying to find somebody to cover the shift, sometimes they just can't find it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
other people have plans or they're out doing something else or
Mm-hmm.
may not want to, not feeling well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take today and just get a good night's sleep. I think I'm gonna. Unfortunately, I got to drive over to Gillette to get some stuff at Menards,
Good morning, Skyfly.
and then I'm probably gonna go up to Don's and borrow his tractor. The grass needs mowed.
Now, is that a zero turn you borrow?
Yeah, I can use do my yard in about an
Now,
hour. And
have you ever, since you kind of like help him out, do you ever go underneath and look underneath the deck and see how clogged up it is?
Oh yeah, yeah. I do the maintenance on it.
Okay.
Yeah, as I know he don't do it.
Well, now does yours have the water clean out where you put the water thing on it and you fire up the blades in it?
I don't think so. I'll have to look. I have heard of that though.
Yep. Well, I know a lot of people, even though some manufacturers don't have it, have turned around and you can buy that whole attachment. You just drill a hole, screw it in, and then on the top is where the hose hooks on. And
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, there you go, Trevor. That's it. Yeah, go do the overtime and I'll pay somebody else to do it. Oh, excuse me.
What is it? What is it they're paying for overtime?
I
The
figured
time
it out
and a half?
the other day. It's like $61 an hour.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I think I'd be picking up the phone right now and say, hey, did you ever find that person?
Yeah. Yeah. It's for a 24-hour shift. Oh,
$61 an hour for 24 hours?
yeah.
Holy crap. That's almost $2,000. That's $1,800, isn't it?
It's be what? My brain's not functioning and it's 1464.
$1,464 for going in for one day. Holy crap, that's like if you were a neurosurgeon or something.
Yeah, and then it's I forgot there's an extra $150 during the 3 to 11. So let me figure this out. 8. Two times. Yeah, and then the $150 during 3 to 11, and then it's $2 from 11 to 7. It's going to push $1,500.
Yeah. Holy crap-a-roo.
Yeah. See, last week I was still third person. This past week, the other day. So, but I went down to our 2 substations. It was that Tuesday and Thursday.
So when they're looking for somebody to cover a shift, what is it? Just a blanket call?
Yeah, we have an app. This app does like 10 zillion things, but it's a messaging app too. and it goes out to everybody. So yeah, 6 o'clock this morning, I got a text that says, "Hey, looking for
If you
anybody."
go to that app, would it tell you whether that shift was covered or if it's still open?
No, it just says to call the duty medic or the lead medic that's on duty. There's like a shift supervisor for each shift. So you just call that person and say, "Hey, is it still open?" "Yep, I'll take it." "Okay."
Yep, give me 45 minutes. I'll be there.
Yeah.
That's just incredible. That's got to be a different feeling for you,
Yeah.
being that close to work.
Mhm. Yeah, it's different. I was looking at the schedule up in Dickinson. All those Sundays that were open, yeah, they're all filled up. So there isn't a shift open that I can see right now till December. So I don't know whether it's worth hanging on up there.
Well, you're making more money where you're at, right?
Yeah, I just missed the flying Paul, you know.
Well, what you could do is take up parachuting and then you'd get your flying experience back again.
Ain't that the truth? Goodness. Oh my. Yeah, it's kind of slow in here this morning.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's a Sunday
We did
morning.
scare everybody away yesterday. Yeah, I think Justin did a live stream last night, but
Yes, he did.
I'll tell you, after the last couple months, Paul, I don't know, I've been pooping out, like going to bed like 6 o'clock, sleeping like 10, 11, 12 hours, and just trying to catch up. And maybe, sitting around the house and getting some things done here, it's not a bad thing. I gotta get up to Dawn sometime this week and finish painting his deck. I got the primer on, it's white, looks like shit, but I got to get up there and paint that for him. It's one of those things that are hanging over your head, like you keep thinking about it. Like, I don't want him to think that I'm not thinking about him or, putting him aside.
How is your herd doing?
Yeah, they're good. They were here this morning. About a half a dozen of them were sitting outside when I opened up the door this morning. Won't be long. I'll be seeing more buck. Wherever the doe are at, that's where the boys will be at. If you remember, that's when I used to see Oliver the most last year.
Yeah, we kind of miss Oliver, don't we?
Yeah, he was a cool dude. Big buck. Oh.
I would imagine he got carved up, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's got to make you feel kind of anxious, about things like that, because you would hope that you're befriending those deer aren't making them an easier target for people.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because how many cases you hear deer just wandering up onto people's porches on their own without being, hey,
Yeah. I mean, literally, you see the entire community here does it. Everybody.
Yeah.
I'm no different. But yeah, you got a point there. I mean, it's probably mile and a half over to the state land from here. They do wander over there, and they still, honestly, Paul, I honestly feel they know where they're safe.
Their area.
Yeah, because I've actually stopped the car down there on the state land along the highway. One day I was looking at a buck, and all these deer were like kind of really skittish, you know, and I recognized some of them that have been in my yard. But you know, they weren't here, you know, right here in between all the houses.
Right.
So I don't know, but yeah, you could get a point, you know, where they get too used to humans and like, hey, every human's cool. Let me walk up to him, not realizing he's got a large caliber rifle in his hand. But honestly, too, Paul, we have to, I mean, all the people that are anti-hunting, they do got to realize if there wasn't hunting, there would be a severe overpopulation. It's already bad enough. Here about the middle of next month till about the end of November, the amount of highway accidents of car versus deer is freaking incredible. The South Dakota, when I lived in South Dakota, I remember one day I ran into a state guy. He worked for the state. He had it was like a 25 foot flatbed trailer. And his job was to drive up and down the interstate.
Pick up the dead deer.
You should have seen some of the bucks he had on that trailer. Holy crap. Yeah. It's not only just damaging your car. You know, many deer have gone through windshields.
How long can a deer be dead before the meat's no good?
Depends on the temperature.
Because I would think, you know, if he was loading all that deer on a trailer, he should have a stop where it goes to someplace and gets rendered, you know?
Oh, no, they were just picking them up, and they have some designated spots where they dump them off. They may take them, you know, I don't know, up in the mountains for the bears. Who knows? I'm not sure where they put them, but
yeah, but I would think that'd be a great little business for a small processor to take and chop up the good ones and sell it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know Paul Hodges and his buddy, they get calls all the time, not all the time, but periodically, to go pick up a deer, and they turn around and gut it and clean it and everything else. And
yeah, but that's usually pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Like I said, in weather like this, you got to get on it pretty quick. Usually I would say less than 8-10 hours you need to be on it.
Okay.
Yeah, meat starts to spoil. We get out there in the sun, and yeah,
probably the only thing to be good for after 8 or 10 hours is dog food, and that would be temporary, you know.
Yeah. And the coyotes, boy, they're good on them too. I had my first archery deer. I hit it and I couldn't find it, and went to the landowner. This is back in Pennsylvania, but I had a problem with a neighbor of his. Says I was trespassing on his land, and in fact I wasn't. Him and his neighbor were having a feud on a property line. The guy was pissed off that I got this big buck, and he didn't. He had been after him, watching him all summer. Well, I ended up getting him. But anyhow, long story short, his secretary told me, she goes, well, my husband was out today and this morning and found a dead deer in this creek. And if you call him, he can probably walk you right to the spot. So I did. I called her husband. I went back onto the landowner's property, and the guy talked me through exactly where he had seen it. And I found it. The entire abdominal cavity and both rear quarters gone.
Chewed right off, huh?
All within, oh gosh, 10, 12 hours. Yeah, the coyotes said they had a field day.
So Ron, you served up the buffet.
Yeah. Oops. Lieutenant Dan.
Huh. Yep. So, hey, Dan, how you doing? Yeah, it's really kind of slow this morning, isn't it?
Yeah. Sunday mornings are like that.
Well, it's also the fact that Johnny Dronefire was on for an hour from 8 to 9, and he did okay, but it wasn't like
Here's my couple from the other day, Paul. They're on their honeymoon.
ah.
Yeah, out archery hunting. It was my 4-wheeler. Yeah, we had a
Well, you got some money in that, don't you?
little bit.
A little bit. I went and saw some of those rigs online, new. They're like
Oh,
$15,000-$20,000.
oh, I see them a lot higher than that. Some of the ones that are fully enclosed, they have heating, air conditioning. You're looking at 30 some grand.
Yep.
Got it. It was the rest of it's still viable, or did it basically just allow you to recover your arrow? No, Mark, it was super warm. There wasn't hardly anything left. Primarily the deer, you want the front and hind quarters. Hind quarters completely gone. And they had I couldn't believe that's the cleanest gut job I've ever seen of a deer, those coyotes. But it basically was destroyed. I wanted to keep the rack. I made a matter of fact, it's in my room. I kept the antlers. I called the game warden and said, "Hey, this is what happened." Blah blah blah. And they issued me another tag, and I didn't get another one.
Was your arrow still there?
Yeah, I found my arrow. Yeah, and if I lost an arrow, it's not a biggie. They're $10-15, but yeah, but the deer was just full of bugs and maggot. Yeah, it was like, no, I'm not. No.
So the head was all right?
Yeah, the head was okay. I said I just cut off the antlers and kept the antlers. But all the meat was pretty much about 80-90% destroyed.
Hey, Uncle Bill. There he is.
Uncle Bill.
You guys had a late night last night.
Who had a late night?
You did. Weren't you on Justin's channel a little bit?
Oh,
I thought you were.
yeah. I mean, I said hi in the chat a couple times. I don't think I was on. If I was on, I must have been drinking and didn't know about it. No, I was really tired yesterday. I put like 14 hours in at work, and I went home, and he sent me a link, and I was going to do it. I thought, I'm just going to sit there and stare, kind of what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah.
Like this. And just be pleasant. Hi, how you doing?
Did
Hi,
you
Ron.
end up selling those motorcycles? I know you had them out by the road for sale.
Yeah, they were only out there for a few hours. That was just test run. No, they're for sale. They're good to go. They run great. So, but I haven't advertised them. I haven't done anything. There's I want to really shine them up so they look nice. And the one bike, I still haven't changed the oil, and which I've got. I've got a new filter. I've got a chrome filter for it. I got the oil, and I've got a big old thing of brake fluid. So I'm going to flush the brake fluid for whoever owns it, so they get a nice, they're good to go. And I don't have to worry about that. But they both run great, and they're both mechanically sound. So. And, hi guys. I'm sorry.
I got a funny story for you. About a month ago, my buddy calls me up and says like, "Hey, you on your stretch off?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You want to go away for a couple of days?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So the plan was to meet up down at the convenience store. It's about 10 miles from here. Monday morning, and it's 7:30. So at 7:20, I pull in, and 7:25, I get a text from him that says, I'm going to be late. My wife just backed over my bike. I'm like, oh. Apparently the story was that she woke up kind of cranky and bitchy and was in a hurry, and he had his bike outside just getting ready to get on it, and all of a sudden she comes flying out of the garage and boom, knocks over his bike and really scratched. It was a 2009. It was a nice bike. Ty took good care of his bike. But anyhow, about 8:15 or so, he shows up, and I see his bike, and it's scratched up pretty good. And so we're sitting there, and he's like, you know what, Ron? He goes, let's just go on this ride. And we ended up doing a 3-day ride up towards Yellowstone and everything. But before we left, he goes, Ron, let me call Carol. He said, I really barked at her this morning, after this. And he goes, I feel bad. So he calls her and like, oh, honey, I'm sorry, blah, 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 for yelling at you. And then he goes, well, maybe when I'm out with Ron here, he goes, maybe I'll just buy a new bike. And I hear this loud no from like 10 feet away. I could hear his phone. And I'm like, dude, don't pull me into this shit, So,
Yeah.
well, here, a week after we get back, he sends me a text of this really nice, pretty bike. I'm like, I just write him back. I'm like, what did you do? And then he sends me a picture of him and her standing beside it. Well, apparently she felt bad enough about this whole thing. And he went out and bought, and I don't know if you've heard of these. It's a 2014. It's called a CVO.
CVO that's a Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's made on a completely different production line and very
Well,
meticulous.
yeah, it's an upgraded drivetrain.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes it way more expensive and a lot more powerful. But yeah.
Yeah. But I'm anxious to see it. I've never seen or heard of one,
Oh no, CVO. No, they've been around a long time. It's upgraded cans, man. It makes it's a bigger mold. I don't know what they're doing now because I haven't really. They're so far above beyond what I would ever spend on a motorcycle now. But you take a 97, we become a 103 or a 109, or you take when the 114. You know what I mean. It's upgraded intake system on it, upgraded electronics. But yeah. CVOs that's cool.
Yeah,
but if she spent a couple of dollars, even a 14, that's going to be a lot of money. So
yeah.
But
I just thought it was funny, that he made that little comment, and this is, well, maybe while Ron and I are out, I'll just get a new bike. I hear this. No, you're not.
Yeah, cool.
A week after we get back.
Well, she felt guilty after a while, probably, and said, let's do something. Probably trade the bike in.
That's what they did.
Dealership can take care of the paint issues, and then if or not, and put it towards the bike, and probably showed him too much money, and he's for him to say no.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, cool. Harley, Black Hills Harley, here in Rapid City, they're actually the most prestigious and sell the most bikes of anywhere in the nation. Primarily because this is where the rally's at. But anyhow, they wouldn't admit it. But what they didn't know is I take pictures of my bike when I bring it into the shop before the service tech comes out, and they do the same thing. They do a walk around. And anyhow, I went to pick up the bike, and there was this big scuff on there. Well, they ended up painting my whole fairing. It was over $1,000 for them. Harley paint, because it was three colors on there. Yeah, it was not cheap.
No. No, I mean, you see this thing that just to get two-tone was $1,000 upcharge on the bike.
Yeah.
No, and they use expensive paint. Believe me, I bought the touch-up paint, something like this, like $60. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. But that's cool. Yeah, no, CVO, like I said, it's you could get a CVO in any model. Oh, not any model, all the bigger models, get
Is
that
your,
as a
is
CVO.
your,
I mean,
is-
I always thought someday down the road when I get enough miles on it, maybe I'll, because I'm not going to do it now. It's only got 19,000 miles on it. Bike's still, I mean, it's old. It's an '07, but it's still got all its compression. It still does what it's supposed to do. You can tweak it with some electronics, something like that, because that's a major upgrade. And I'm not going to spend that kind of money. But maybe when it starts to falter a little bit down the road, if I still have it, I'm not just going to replace it back to the way it is. I'll bring it up to a 103 or 109 or whatever. What's
Is that
that?
the 88 you have in that?
Hmm?
Is that the
No,
88,
no, it's 96.
96?
well, my question was, Bill, does your
First
dad
year.
still ride?
First year, by the way. No, he gave it up a few years. His hands were shaking too much. He got nervous.
Okay.
He's 80.
Because he loves bikes as much as you do, right?
He's considered it. I mean, he went and bought himself a Honda Helix just to see how he felt. That's a 250 scooter. I love that scooter. I hope he doesn't get rid of it, but I'll take it. But yeah, no, he's the reason I ride. He's been doing it since.
Right off your body. I don't think you're sperm.
Yeah, like since he was 16.
You see what Dan wrote? Oh my God.
Well, my balls are disconnected, so that's not an issue for me.
Yeah.
They're just for decoration.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh,
And the
geez.
new ones are real modern. They don't shake so much anymore. Not that shakes enough. Well, when you're moving, it doesn't shake.
I tell you mine, I have a 14 and actually 14 was,
They don't shake. They have rubber mounts on unless you're buying a what do you call it? The girls Harley. They people call it that, but it's not really.
Sportster or something.
Sportster. God, it's too early in the morning for me. Yeah, Sportsters are direct mounted to the frame. So yeah, they shake quite a bit. At least back in the day they were. I don't know about now. Like I said,
My dad's
new bikes are too much money for me. I'm sorry,
my
what?
dad 66 that he had. Oh Jesus, that thing was like it was a beautiful bike. I have a picture of it somewhere.
You still feel them vibrate, but they don't shake like those Sportsters did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they put girls on them, because they're shaking. It worked out good for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Oh goodness, let me go see the critters there.
So what's you're just going to relax today, Bill? Today's your day off?
Yeah. I'm going to finish cutting the grass. My wife started it with the tractor, and I got to finish up. I got to do the front and around the edges.
Little touch up. Yeah.
Well, a little more than that, because you didn't get the front done. And God, there's so much rain. I mean, it's like there's like crack grass. It like wants to set records for how fast it can go to seed. Like 5 days later, it's like, oh my God. But yeah, I got to do the front, do around the fence and the back, and maybe weed whack. We'll see if I feel up to it. I kind of do that every other week, but do that and then chill. Yeah, because I just want to get some rest this weekend instead of going up to my dad's every weekend. I'm going like every other. I have a Wednesday. I have an appointment to have a colonoscopy done. So, apparently, yeah, I had a positive result on a Cologuard. So we'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to just relax for the next couple of days, because I'm going to be pooping my brains out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. They give you that stuff to drink. Yeah.
Well, not anymore. I mean, it's not the same. They tell you to take 4 Dulcolax at 12 o'clock, and then 64 ounces of Gatorade with 238 gram bottle of Mucilex or whatever it's called at 5 o'clock. That's all they do now. And then keep hydrated with like Gatorade or whatever, water. And that's it. Not that gallon and a half or gallon.
Yeah,
and a,
exactly.
I've done that. That's just ugh, God. So anyway, so not so bad, but the thing is, I got an point. See, my Hyundai is still under warranty. Obviously, it's only 4 years old. So I always get my service done at Hyundai, so they don't say they'll never argue if there's ever a warranty claim that it wasn't taken care of. It's like, you got the records. I paid the money, too much money to have you guys do the work, because I could have done it myself in the driveway. But that's why I do it, is go to them. But they, since 2020, they gave away a free 3-year service warranty with all their new vehicles. So they're so backed up. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to get your oil changed with these knuckleheads. So I have an appointment on Tuesday, which I don't want to give up. But I'm going to have an interesting day, because at 12 o'clock, I'm taking Ford Docalax, and at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be in a Hyundai dealership waiting for my car, my oil to be changed. So, I may be giving their plumbing a workout. That's my day, Tuesday. I don't think it's a Douglas. It's a problem, because that takes like 6 hours to actually, kick in. They say 6 to 12 even. But
You have to follow up with us, Bill. and let
it's
us
the
know.
Mucilix later at 5 o'clock that's really gonna. All right. So anyway, that's a shitty comment for today. But that's my day. That's my week this week. That's it. So today I'm going to relax a little bit after I do a little yard work, and that's it. Maybe I'll go for a ride. It's just sitting in there in the garage gathering dust all the time. I haven't cleaned it in so long. Should take it out and clean it. Just wait a little while, let it get rained on.
Mm.
So much rain. So much rain. You could cut the grass twice a week this year. It's terrible. It's a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. See, it's on my mind. Let me I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got to head out in a few minutes, Paul, and I don't get started.
Well, we can always just end it. We got 11 people in the chat, or 11 people watching, 2 or 3 people in the chat. When Bill gets back, maybe we'll say our goodbyes, huh? You got things to do. Bill's got things to do. You're gonna have a cup of coffee, but
Mm. Oh man. I went up and visited my neighbor yesterday. Her husband passed away. He was a good guy.
is that the neighbor that has the store? Or?
No, I can't remember if you remember. I think I told you guys. Feel bad for him. The daughter and son-in-law are right out to the right-hand side, and then her mom and dad live right beside them. And they're the ones that had the big Newfoundland that they had to put down
Right.
a little while ago, literally like 4 weeks ago. And then her dad lives next door. I'm glad I got a chance to go up and see him. But yeah, he had some cardiac issues, and nobody around here would operate on him, so they took him down to Denver. He was down in Loveland, Colorado, but he went through the surgery and
Didn't work, huh?
yeah, I was having some issues, and then he just started denying everything. He's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm 82 years old. And he goes, no more. And within 3-4 days, the couple of procedures they wanted to do, he was starting to get a lot of fluid around his heart. And he's like, no, I'm done. So 2-3 days later, he passed away. But
So how you been doing, Tim?
Not worth a damn, but thanks for asking. Just been busy.
Still working the same place?
Yeah, still working.
Hmm.
It's that time of year with all the paranormal conventions, and we're getting ready to move, and just busy, hectic. I got about 4 hours sleep, and I woke up, and I've been up for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get up.
Guys, I
Yeah.
better scoot and get my day started.
Okay, Ron.
See you, Ron.
Alrighty, guys. See you all later.
Thanks for the warning.
Here, Ron.
See ya.
So Tim, you're still doing a lot of paranormal stuff?
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We still have the museum in Dundee there that we host public and private ghost hunts for, and the convention, and we've had some ghost hunts lately that we had to do, and we were up in Sault Ste. Marie, I think it was the last weekend of August for a week, and went to Mackinac, did the Sunset Bridge tour cruise. I think we've done a couple conventions. There's a couple more this month. One of them I'm probably not going to go to. It's in Wisconsin, but the one in Houghton Lake we'll go to.
Cool.
Been pretty busy with everything. This time of year it always does. Our convention in Dundee is in November, so we'll be getting ready to ramp that up soon. So, but I was sitting there and I hit the thing and I was listening for a little while, and I thought I didn't want to jump in because Beth is sleeping. She worked 12 hours last night, and I thought I'll just go out to the garage.
Yeah,
Just wonder-
Bill had a tough, long day yesterday too. He's just recovering, getting moving.
Well, long day, tough. I don't know. I mean, PP wears you, dealing with the public wears you out. I mean,
Yeah.
half the reason it took so long isn't the amount of work. It's the interruption of work and trying to remember what you did last. And you end up making mistakes. And I don't know. But yeah, it was a long day. But the public, I tell you, they get worse and worse and worse. That's why I got out of it a long time ago. I should have, and I got back into it, it's going on 14, 13 years ago, and I'm burned out already. People are so entitled. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. People are assholes.
Oh, it's getting worse, man. I mean,
Moral-
people don't know how to be polite. People don't know how to understand that there's human beings on, whatever.
Morals have just gone out the window. Being courteous, yeah.
Me.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I
then
just
lack of control of their children, running
yeah.
around, jumping on furniture. Let them be free to do whatever while I'm sitting here drinking my wine, ignoring them. And don't say anything to them. Actually, a lot of them are glad to have you yell at them because nobody else does. And I get away with it more and more. The grayer I get, the more they let me get away. Your child's going to get hurt because I'm going to kill him. I manage a bowling alley. They'll let them run up and down the lanes in front of people while they're bowling. It's like, what is wrong with you? Maybe they want to get rid of them. I don't know. Screech. What is it now with the, how little children, little girl, they screech just for no reason at all.
Yeah.
And just really, really loud and piercing. And
Yeah.
it could be a happy screech. It could be an angry screech. It could be a give me that, I want it now screech. And it's always the same sound. That has become prevalent, and they just allow that. The back of my head would be soft at the end of the day if I did that when I was a kid, because my mother would have knocked the shit out of me. You don't teach people how to act in public, and good luck with that child when she's 14 and years old and she's demanding that she has rights. And people are dumb. They're just dumb. I don't mean beat your kids. That's not what I'm saying. But make it so that you don't want to beat them. Just saying. just terrible. It's one thing. I'm not talking about babies, you know, but they're 5, 6 years old. They shouldn't be acting like that in public, you know. If they are, then don't take them out in public. 'Cause-
Well, I got an elementary school right behind me, and I was out there, and I've noticed it a couple of times. There's one kid that's got this high yelling screech, and he's like a block away.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I froze up for a minute there.
Huh?
So I think I froze up for a minute there, or you did.
Oh no.
Laura said hi to you, Bill. You're her favorite person.
Hey, Laura, how you doing? Oh yeah, I can go on Laura's channel today because I'll be here. Yay! Laura's doing the gaming thing again.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know that you did it last week, right? Or the week before?
Yep.
Yep. No, you know what? If they're doing it in a playground, it's one thing. I got a school next block over here too, a big one, and screaming and yelling. You kind of expect that in the playground, not in an enclosed area where there's other people. You know.
Oh yeah, I would imagine that'd be terrible inside a bowling alley.
Yeah. Oh, well, now bowling alleys are pretty loud. So for them to actually stand out, good job. Congratulations. You are.
Do you get
You
the young kids think that they know how to bowl and try to bowl?
Oh, they know they can't. They find out real quick. I like them. I want them to have fun on the lanes. They could do it. That's great. You know. Yeah, Mark White sent me something. Let me see. What did he send me? Naked bowling. No, we don't do that. No. Yeah, but thank you for the porn. Appreciate it.
Yep, Laura's live 2:00 Eastern time here. 7 p.m. UK time.
Funny. 2:00 Eastern.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and she got down, I was like, I did bring cash. I said, I figured I was dropping them off and gonna pick them up. She goes, don't worry about it. She says, it's nice to do something for somebody. She said, it's nice to have a visit with you. We usually don't get to talk.
Okay, well, you know what? I think, Bill, I'm going to call it.
Can I make one last? I just want to put it out there. I don't hate kids, by the way. Just to be clear, I like kids a lot. I run the youth program at the bowling center.
Okay.
It's the parents I don't like so much. But anyway, okay. Please, continue.
Yeah, Tim, thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll see all of you next time. Bill, thanks. And remember, Laura today at 2:00 Eastern time. Little Llama Laura.
But I'll take a nap. See ya.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.